Okay, let's bring this baby home. I was a landlord who had a tenant, the same tenant for 12 years. Around year 10, she stopped paying rent. The world was in a pandemic, so the courts shut down. And the system said she had rights, tenant rights, to sit there in heat and water and comfort while I footed her bills for 1 year and a half. And then the world decided to try and right itself. The courts reopened and I, without a lawyer, filed for eviction. I won, all was fair, or some version of it, until September 8th, 2021, the day of the eviction. In short, my tenant mollywopped my ish. Her main weapon of choice, the damn water I was forced to keep on. And then there was the raw chicken and the pork chops and the 10s and 20s of raw sausage rolls she rolled down the vents, along with lard and yogurt and beans and mayo. Who even has that much mayo? Turns out I was better than blessed because my insurance policy covered it all. This is the finale. This is the 9-month journey it took to put my house back together. This is how the story ends. Hey y'all, hey! Alright babies, today is June 12th, guys. So it is Sunday. I'm on my way back to the house, the property. And let me tell y'all where we left off. Last time I talked to y'all about this, we were going to the home and I was telling you my neighbor had cleaned the home. Okay, so I went over there, I looked at the work that she did, and it was fabulous. She did a fabulous job. And then, like I said, she put them rocks in front of the house and all of that. And so I paid her $150 over what she had asked for, because that's how grateful I was. She had also, like I said, she had changed out some of the outlet plates and all of those things. She went to the store and bought more, all of the things, right, just to make everything look better. And then she said she left her vacuum cleaner there in case we want to vacuum in between showings. And then after that, she said for no additional charge, she would go over and vacuum in between showings for me. I'm like, what? And she's like, and put the lines back into the carpet. Now, at the house that morning, it was me walking all around. I did a house tour, grand house reveal of the finished product for you all. So I'm walking around the house. I also met with the inspector who came and did that. So he's walking around the house, and that went well as well. And then I met with the project manager who was also walking around the house. So we had all the footprints in the house. Now, at 3 p.m., the photographer was coming over to do the pictures in the 3D video of the house, right? So she volunteered. She says, before he comes, I can go back in and vacuum and put the lines back in the carpet. I was like, girl, you are heaven sent. Heaven sent. Oh my goodness. What did Donna Maria call it? I forgot what she called it. What she called it. I asked her to write it down. It was this wonderful term that she used for these people who give to us in abundance, without asking for something in return, just from the joy of doing what they do, of giving what they give. But she had this beautiful term for it. I'm going to put it in the, so I'm going to spell it out right here, what that beautiful term was. But that's exactly what I was receiving. Just all of this wonderful grace, all of this wonderful offering of selfless offering of self, just so that my experience could be better, you know? Like, so dope. Like, I was not there when the photographer was there. I wasn't there to make sure the last minute touches were done, but she stood in that place for me and she did that thing. And the photographer did this at 3 p.m. Y'all, why the next day, which was Saturday, the agent sent me the completed pictures in the photo tour, meaning he did this at 3 p.m. on a Friday and had the work done and up on a website the very next day. What? So freaking dope to me. And the fact of the matter was, footprints were gonna be everywhere, but because she re-vacuumed that floor, the pictures are just so freaking beautiful. Had I known how close those 3D pictures get up, I would have polished up that sink, because I was running water and doing some things. I would have definitely wiped out the watermarks from the sink, but that's not such of a big deal. But I was just like, this is just so freaking dope. So the next day, Saturday, which was June 11th, the agent already started the campaign of Coming Soon. The Coming Soon campaign. And Coming Soon just pretty much lets other agents that may be in your network or whatever your network is know what's about to hit the market. Okay? I hadn't even signed a contract yet with this agent. I hadn't even signed a contract. So that morning, Saturday morning, I finally went through the contract. Like, I already read it through. We had already discussed some things. We had already changed some things. So this time I went through, read everything, read it all, had my questions. I had already asked her my questions. So everything set well with me. One of the things, and I'm going to share with y'all, is the contract went to December of 2022. And I'm thinking, why would I want to be in a contract with anybody for that long? Because if I'm in a contract for that long, that means something went wrong and you might not be the person for me. But the contract did come with the escape clause. So all of that was well. She was like, that date was just basically generic standard date in the contract, 6 months, because sometimes, honestly, in the past, you could be working with the agent for that amount of time or longer to move a product or even to acquire a product, depending on what the conditions are. So I was like, okay, so that was fine. I was good with the escape, the ways that I can break the contract, the reasons and the how I would go about doing that. So that was all fine. Plus, we don't plan on being in this situation for that long, so it was all well. I was fine with her listing price, with the listing strategy. The listing price is going to be $360. Not to say that we don't think we can get more for it. We do. But at the same time, I love a price. First of all, I love my threes. So 3 + 6 is 9. I love my threes. Second of all, I love coming from a space that doesn't feel greedy. Doesn't feel, where it's like, oh, this house sold for this, so let's list it for that. No, I love a price that gives us some room for flexibility. The fact that we can say 360. 360 is a beautiful, attractive number. 360 degrees. It's just a beautiful, attractive number. But it also gives somebody the desire to say, oh, this isn't overpriced. Let me go see it. And once you go see it, you see that there's all of this competition for it, and that will drive up the price. I love that idea. Let me tell you, my neighbor last night sent me a picture because in the mailbox came a flyer of a house that just hit the market. The house is the same house as mine. The only difference is it has all hardwood floors throughout. Well, some of the rooms are carpeted, but a lot of it has hardwood floors. However, we don't know the age of the appliances, the age of the HVAC system, the age of the roof. We don't know that. We know that my stuff is new, the roof and all of that, right? But why this house was listed for $382? I'm listing mine for $360. My agent went in and checked on it, and it's under contract right now. So the flyer said the list price was $382. And again, it was something that the flyer said is coming to the market, but obviously it went to the market and already sold. She said it was on the market for 9 days. So they must have sent that out at some point in time where it just showed up in mailboxes. Also, that could be another tactic too for agents who may be trying to get other customers, because it's like, oh, this went for $382. Let me call this guy. So that could be a thing too. But we won't know how much it truly sold for, how much it truly appraised for, because it's going through all of those processes now, right? So we felt good about holding at $360. And even if that other one did sell for $380 or whatever, so what? I like the idea of we are giving people a good starting point and they can move it up from there. Also, I love the idea of saying, this is what we asked for, the 360, but this is what we got. 400. I don't know how much, but this is what we got. But think about the fact that this whole journey has been a journey of beautiful surprises. How I have received above and beyond all my expectations, all of them. So why would that stop now, right? Also, even if it did sell for 360, let us not forget, y'all, just some months ago, I was having flippers walk in offering me $250, offering me $265. Let's not forget that. And let's not forget that I did consider those offers because it was all so overwhelming. I considered them. I considered it and considered being done with it. But we held on, y'all. We held on. So let's not forget. Let's not get brand new now, right? Now that the storm is past us. Let's not get brand new. Let's remember where we're coming from. All right. And so, like I said, so even if it's sold for 360, what a blessing for all involved, to include the new owner, the new buyer. But I do believe that it's going to go for more than that. I do believe that. I really do. The project manager. So even though the project is done per se, we do have two things that I discovered while there. One thing we already knew, the thermostat. I was talking to Asia Sierra Budget. Y'all know my friend, my homie. She represents a apartment community. I don't know what her freaking title is, but she's also a licensed agent as well, but I can't remember her title. But anyway, she was saying how even in this day and time where they may be getting new things for their apartments, it could be new refrigerators or new whatever, she said with the supply chain shortage and such, she says that they've been finding that they've been getting more things with defects than they've ever had before. Like a refrigerator may be shipped to them brand new and they will find that there are defects. And so she was saying that that could also be the case for this thermostat. The thermostat probably just needs to be changed out even though it was new. I was like, so that made sense to me, and that actually feels good because thermostats don't cost that much. And so I'm gonna suggest that to the company, like, change out the thermostat, just put in a new thermostat. Clearly this one is defective, but yeah, being defective didn't even cross my mind. I'm thinking, was it installed wrong? But it could have been installed correctly. It just doesn't, it's just broke. So that's dope. The other thing I discovered while I was there is I ran all the water, hot, cold, made sure all those things were good, and checked out the plumbing underneath. What I discovered was in the master bathroom, the one on the right side, the sink on the right side, the pipe was dripping, like there was some water. So I sent that to him as well. So they said that they're going to come back out this week and look at those things. So that's dope. Of course, the house is going to officially go on the market. Like, we're in the coming soon period right now. Officially is going live on Tuesday, whatever day Tuesday is. Today's the 12th, 13th. So on the 14th is going live. And then this means that other agents could begin showing it. My agent can begin showing it. Then on Saturday, we're going to have our first open house. First and only open house. Sunday's Father's Day. But it is what it is. Whoever this house is for, that's who this house is for. So Saturday is going to be the open house. She's expecting a lot of traffic. So tonight or tomorrow, she's actually going to have all of the foot covers there and the sign, which is something I was going to put together, but she's doing it. The sign for to wear the covers as you're walking through the house. So that is freaking dope. On Monday, she gave me the choice of Sunday evening or Monday, and I told her Monday. On Monday, we are going to go through all of the offers we get. Like, that's it. We're putting on the market for like a week, and we're going to make our decision on Monday who gets to go into a contractual agreement with us. That is it. And we both trust and believe that we're going to have all the offers we need. We're going to have and everything is just going to go, everything is going to go smooth sailing. Everything with this whole process has been smooth sailing. Honestly, as soon as we got the right people in place, you know, that first mitigation company, they weren't the right people. Again, big companies, we don't like them. But when we got that second company, it was smooth sailing. So I'm just so freaking excited. So in the meantime, my neighbor, the one who did the cleaning, she had found a pressure washer person for me, because, you know, I was looking at like the steps and like, they can stand to be clean, and it's something we wanted to do, but again, I had a whole laundry list of things we wanted to do. So some of the things, even with all my lists, just kind of fell to the wayside. And so when she said that, I was like, okay, let's see how much this will cost. So her person who was giving her the family rate said he could do the back steps and the front steps, the concrete, for $75. I was like, dope. How much will he charge also to do the back of the house? Because the back of the house, the siding on it looks like it has like green. It could be clean. The front of the house don't look like that though. So anyways, he said the back and the front steps plus the back of the house siding, $175. I was like, that is super freaking dope. But the problem was, he was only going to be able to do it was either on Tuesday or Thursday of next week. So when I discussed this with my agent, one didn't feel like it was necessary. She says the house shows nicely, even though that backyard's a struggle, y'all, but hey, it is what it is. But she was like, the house shows nicely, it's not necessary. And then B, she was saying, and I said this too, I thought of this too, it can interfere with the showings. Like if people are coming there between Tuesday and Saturday, and he's either going to be there on Tuesday or Thursday, that work being done can interfere with people, the traffic of people going in and out. Now we may have possible people with wet feet. You got to put on the shoes, and it would just track more debris through the house than necessary. So it's almost like too little too late. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do the pressure washing. Corinne was saying I could offer it to the new owners as a service afterwards, but I'm not going to do that. The reason why I'm not going to do that is because it's one thing for me to have something done for me and for me to be fine with the work that's done and knowing what I'm paying for the work that's being done. It's another thing when you offer it to somebody as I'm throwing this in, then they have standards like, it's not done right, or it's not done good, you know, and it's never going to be that, you know. So I just rather just not have it done at all. Let the new owners work out, you know, they'll do what they want to do with that. So that's the reason why. For me, it was going to be a thing that was going to be like, hey, it looks way better than it looked before, rather than, but this ain't perfect. So I just don't want to even get into that back and forth. And also liability becomes a thing at that point too. What if he starts power washing something and something falls off? A piece of siding falls off. So it can end up creating more of a delay or more problems than if I would have just gotten it done sooner in the process. And then I could have had more time to fix what may have happened as a result of. So that's where we're at with that. But I'm freaking excited. I am freaking excited. I know I was asked before, why not listen for $380? Once again, it goes back to, I don't feel the need to have greed and or lack of faith in the number. The number that this house is going to sell for is already written. It's already done. Whether I list this thing for $330 or $380, is going to sell for that beautiful price that it's going to sell for. I trust that. So I don't really feel like I have to play with listed for this, listed for that, listed for this. This number that is being listed for feels really good. Honestly, we started at $350, so we decided to do well, I didn't decide anything. In my mind, I started at $350. I was going to list it for $350. Y'all, at one point, I was going to actually just sell it for $350 because I've actually had some offers of people who wanted to buy it for that period. Like, you don't even have to put it on the market. That's what I'm going to buy it for. Then it was like, why shortchange myself by not giving me this better opportunity to get whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't owe anybody a favor. Like, I don't even know the people who want to buy it to be like, okay, yeah, here you go, you can have it, here's a gift from me to you. They weren't, you know, they weren't family or friends or anything like that. So I didn't have to shortchange myself in that regards. I'm willing to see this thing out, y'all. We saw this thing out so far. We saw this thing out. We're not going to stop now. We're going to see this thing through to the end. All right. All right, I'm on my way to the house now because I already told y'all, right? Did I tell y'all? We're painting the banister. We're touching up the banisters, and we are going to oh, I just realized I didn't bring any wash rags. Anyways, we're touching up the banisters, and we are going to fix one of the faucets in the bathtub. It kind of spins, so it needs recalking around. We're gonna do that. So that's what we're out there to go do now. All right, y'all. Bye. Hey, y'all. We at the house. Jay's here. He want to give me.
We're going to show you how we clean windows with no Windex. What do you need Windex for?
I don't know. What do you need Windex for?
Yeah. You see this?
No, you really can't.
You see that Jay loves Tinesha?
The camera's not picking that up.
Okay.
So maybe you can see a little bit. So Jay's not happy with the windows.
So I'm going to show you. You guys know about Salt Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's this salt window, right?
Oh, so you're going to put some salt on the window?
This is my salt. You take this, and you just go, pow, 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 pow. That's it.
Why wouldn't you use Windex?
Because you don't need Windex. Because you had to go downstairs to get Windex.
No, it's upstairs.
You had to go upstairs to get Windex, you know?
Oh yeah, so you can see like some of that is outside.
Yeah.
You happy with your work?
Now. Okay. Now like this over here. See that?
Okay. Look at
Hold
that.
on, let me clean this up real good. Let me see your glasses.
No.
Take it.
Let's see, drips water all over the floor.
Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You got all your window cleaners, you know, a little dazzle. That's all it needs. Oh, I can't clean the windows because I have no Windex. I don't need no Windex.
What if the windows are dirty?
Then you soak it with water. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no Windex.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're touching up our handiwork, guys. I'm gonna go get a wet paper towel and a dry paper towel just in case. And we got this too.